Hi there. Today's question is, how do I get out of the cycle of negative self-talk? Welcome. My name is Dr. Barbara Bryce. I'm a veterinarian and I help stressed and exhausted, overwhelmed and tired veterinarians out of this stress loop and out of this cycle of overwhelm and help them increase their life quality, their energy, and decrease their stress levels so that they can have more quality of life, be it in work, but also in the private life, and have like this energy for the things they love to do, either work or also outside of work with their family, and be more relaxed, be more present with whatever they do. Thank you for watching. So the question is, how do I get out of this cycle of negative self-talk? Very often, or there might be days where you wake up and start beating yourself up, like you're tired and you tell yourself you should have gone to bed earlier yesterday. And also maybe it was yesterday, it was a really long day with emergencies and you didn't get to do all the things you wanted to do. You still have a long list of people to call, of things to accomplish, and you start beating yourself up. Why are you not working more efficiently? Why haven't you done it yesterday? People are going to be mad, or other kinds of self-talk. And one thing, this kind of self-talk is very common. What's not so common or not so known is that it's a habit to talk to you like this. It's a habit to beat yourself up constantly. And it's something we learn very early. Either there are mothers which tell you, you should have gone to bed earlier. Look how tired you are today. Why are you not like behaving the way I tell you? And things like that. I'm a mother too, so I know these sentences. But also what's important to realize is that you can choose your thoughts. And because they're so habitual, this negative self-talk becomes so habitual, we think we don't have a choice, but we do. So just realizing that this self-talk is habitualized in your behavior, and that it's therefore also very constant and very common, helps you to realize that there is a way out. You don't need to talk to you like this all the time. But how to get out, how to break that habit of this negative self-talk, that goes a bit deeper. So realizing that your self-talk is habitual helps you understand that you can change any habit in your life. You're not at the mercy of your habits. It's more that you are creating these habits, and there are ways to change these habits. And implementing new habits needs a lot of willpower if you do it in the conscious mind. If you really choose to stop this mind chatter, you could like talk to your mind and say, stop it. I don't want to talk to me like this anymore. I would like to talk to me like I would talk to a good friend who needs help. And I choose to change my thoughts now. I choose to talk to myself in a more beneficial way and to support myself with my self-talk. So this could sound like this. You wake up in the morning tired because you went to bed late. So maybe you could tell yourself, okay, that's interesting. I went to bed late yesterday, so that's why I'm tired. So let's be kind to myself. How could I change my behavior so that I can wake up tomorrow more energized? So say to yourself, like, Barbara, let's go to bed tonight earlier. Wouldn't that be a good idea? Or things like that. I mean, it sounds a bit silly, but it's so much more beneficial for you, and it changes the energy immediately. It changes the stress load immediately. And also it sometimes feels like taking a good friend or a child by the hand and tell yourself, okay, let's do this step by step, and don't beat ourselves up, but just be present in the moment and see what's the best thing I can do at the moment. And what's also causing a lot of overwhelm and stress is when you try to do everything at once, when you try to eat the whole elephant which is ahead of you, the whole work day, all the tasks you have, also with the family and work, and maybe people needing your support outside of work too, and everything. It gets so overwhelming. When you see all this and choose to take one step at a time and one bite at a time, and like prioritize what's really important at this very moment. So now it's important to get up, to have a shower, to have a good breakfast, so that I can be present for the rest of the day, and I'm energized and I'm good. And try not to do everything at the same time. Like, don't eat breakfast and already answer emails, or don't take phone calls and send your kids out and things like that. Try to do one step at a time, and you will realize that time will expand. If you stay present in every single moment, you will be able to accomplish a lot more than when you try to do everything at once, because then time is like shrinking. It gets very stressful, and you feel you're running out of time constantly, and you're like running behind all the things you have to do constantly. But when you take a deep breath and allow yourself to do one thing, and do the most important thing at this very moment, and do it with presence and with a certain calmness, and then take the next task and do it with your presence, you will realize that time will expand, that you will have more time, and that things will be accomplished better. And just better in general. And this will help you to take out a lot of stress and a lot of overwhelm. And this will also make you feel more also accomplished for yourself. It will make you feel less stressed and more calm. So that's one tip. So like, realize what are the priorities today, and take one step at a time. And also it helps to make a list and like postpone or delegate the things which are not so important, or find a way to like change or give away the things which can be done by others. Especially if you're a vet, you have your technicians, you have your a receptionist, you have people who can support you. But if they don't know where they can support you and how, it gets difficult. So teach these people how they can support you, and be very clear and present when you do so. So you rather do it once and very clear than having to do it again and again. Okay, what else? How do you stop this cycle of negative self-talk? It's also realizing whose voice is talking like this. Sometimes you have the voice of your mother in your head, or the voice of somebody who's like who was like telling you what you have to do. And this voice very often goes with you for ages. You're already grown up, but you still hear this voice, but you don't realize that it's not really your voice, but it's somebody else's voice who's talking to you like this when you were a child, or in other times of your life. Maybe it was a former partner, or a current partner, whatever. If this talk is not beneficial to you, realize where it comes from and let it go. So how do you let it go? Just realizing that it's not your talk, and you don't have to talk to you like this, but realizing where it actually stems from, where the root is of this self-talk, helps you to say, I don't want to listen to my mother all the time, or I don't want to listen to my former teacher now for 30 years again. I just let it go. I choose my own self-talk, and I choose it in a beneficial way. And it takes a while to let these voices go, let these things go, but realizing where they come from helps a lot to let them go. Yeah, I like this. There's a sketch where the therapist says, "Stop it," and it's a good pattern interrupt to realize when you're starting to get into the self-talk, which is habitual, which you will fall back again when you try to change it on the conscious level. Tell yourself, stop it, and move the attention to something you want to do. Move the attention to something you want to create in your life and where you want to put your focus on and what you are intending to do for the day, for example. I don't want to beat myself up and I'm already tired. I just move my attention and say, okay, I'm going to have a good breakfast and I'm going to go to work very present, and I'll take one case after the other. And if an emergency occurs, that's the most important thing at this moment. And I'll go back to the other things, and I'll let the people around me help and support and communicate clearly and manage expectations around this. So one step, one bite at a time, as I said before. Okay. So, and what I find the most elegant way to realize this self-talk and to stop this self-talk is getting down into the subconscious and like really finding the deep root of this negative self-talk, really finding the pain point, what is causing this to do, because we don't do anything without some kind of benefit. We don't do it, we are getting something out of it. And this might have been beneficial for you for a long time in your life, but it's no longer. And then it's really time to reach out for help and then have somebody guide you to get to this deeper, very often very emotional cause, very emotional root, and clear that for good. And the wonderful thing is once you clear that, once you clear the underlying belief or strategy or whatever it was, this root cause, this underlying pattern, things fall into place easily, and you will stop immediately without using all your willpower and without all this practice. It will be just natural. And that's the beauty of this way. That's the beauty of changing and transforming from the inside out on a subconscious level. And that's what I offer. So yeah, these are like my thoughts and my views on this. I wish you a beautiful day, and I hope you catch yourself the next time you go into this negative self-talk and you find a way to stop it. All the best. Bye.